biggest training session of the week actually coming up today as well. So we're going to get that in. I'm going to take you with me. All right, I haven't taken you in the gym too often in recent times, but we're going to get in the gym today. Show you a little bit of food, show you what we get up to, show you what work is like at the moment, and I might show you a little bit of what the house is like. It seems we're back in the house now as well. Also, what I would recommend to anyone, first thing in the morning when you get up and you have a chance, fill out your check-in sheet from the night before. Everything is fresh in mind, the first thing the next morning of exactly, what the day before looked like. So that's the first thing I'll usually do when I come in, is just write down all my markers, what I was training. I'll put in my macros for the day. I'll put in, just the sleep from the night before on my Fitbit. Also, I'm thinking about getting a new Oura ring. My Oura ring is actually bust. Well, the charger's bust. I could buy a new charger, but you're probably looking and thinking, if it's broken, why are you still wearing it? I don't know. I don't know why I'm still wearing it. It's just, I just left it on my finger, but what I'm actually tracking with at the moment is Danielle's old Fitbit. And you know what, lad? It's absolutely fine. The strap, I will fix the strap today as well. I know I got a comment on the last video. That's a bit of a disgrace, but it is what it is. It's tracking my steps. That's all I use it for. Tracks my sleep actually as well. I use it for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to crack on. I've got a good bit to do this morning. I've got it all written down. What needs to be done? Obviously, we've got editing. We've got check-ins actually this morning as well to do, which I might take you through a small little bit of. But it's just really busy at the moment. It's really busy, and YouTube has to be a part of it. I really want to stick to it and be on top of it as much as I can, because, as I said in the last video, I am the most locked in that I've ever been, and it's new. Everything I'm doing is new. It's new progress. It's new progress in the gym and also out of the gym as well, and it feels good. And as I said, I want that to continue, and the only way it's going to continue is if I'm really, really on top of absolutely everything, and that's why I have to be. So yeah, it's 5:20. If I'm up early enough, I can crack on. 6 o'clock, I'll take the dog out and just let him out for a run. Back in, back here. You can do blocks then. You're not just stuck at the computer, all day long. But if you are, doing 20 minutes here and 20 minutes there, again, what are you going to get done? You're not going to get much done. So I come in at the start of the day and just get, things ready for action. Come 9 o'clock in the day, you already have a lot done. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I can go to the gym 11, 12 o'clock in the day and not feel absolutely stressed out in my mind, that I have to come home and start the day. Like a lot of it is done, and then we're just coming home to do more. And quickly you notice you can get a lot of fucking work done, and you can finish at a relatively alright hour. I like to finish, if I can. Some nights doesn't. A lot of the time it does. I'm not going to tell you it isn't, but that's just the way it is with this. I'm working for yourself. I like to finish as much as I can at the same time as Danielle. Actually have life, do you know what I mean? Because the day can just end up just being this and that. So fuck, work here, work there. That's not worth it. That's not what, working for yourself is all about. You need to set the day up for yourself and make it work. Yeah, be on top of everything, and yeah, get everything done that you need to get done, but you need to have time there as well to be able to be like, right, day is done, work is done, phone away, and just chill. Tuesdays is density day, so no cardio. I'm doing cardio pretty much every other day except for density day and leg day. So we don't have any cardio this morning. I'm going in for next mug, not coffee, tea actually. I only really like one coffee in the morning. Now, I'm using instant coffee at the moment. It's nice, it is nice, But the Nespresso machine is there, so I am tempted to get a few pods back on and just have that Nespresso taste again in the morning. So we'll see. But I'm gonna have a cup of tea, YouTube video edited. I have J3U module done. Like, we're holding ourselves accountable to get education on a weekly basis, you know, wrapped up as well. It's very easy to let that just, you know, go and not be on top of that kind of stuff. So I have some J3U done and another course that I'm on as well, a little bit of that done, and just getting through a couple of modules every single week when I get the chance, in the morning, in the evening, and then we're into editing. And now check-ins have come through, so when I get this cup of tea, we start on them. It is just gone 7 o'clock, so it's starting to get bright outside. The bull has yet to wake up as well, so I've left him alone, and we'll go outside and chat to him in a few minutes as well. Right, we got breakfast on the move. Dan's having a bagel. Well, I'm just putting on a bagel anyway. Tea, and then I've got my meal one, which is going to be pre-workout. We're putting in a bit of dark chocolate. We had a food bump yesterday. I am back in the 500 gram of carb club. 500 carb club. Sound right? It's been a long time since I've been in 500 gram of carbs. So 500 gram on a train day, 400 on a rest day. Food is creeping up. You know, it's been slow, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Like, it's obviously the highest amount of food I've ever been on in this body composition. Do you know what I mean? Like, it won't be long, probably hitting the 90 kilo mark, to be fair. And if we can hit the 90 kilo mark in, you know, decent nick, I'd be happy with that. Do you know, before we get on and into prep. But we'll see. We will see. We're going to get meal one into us. I've got another hour, probably about an hour worth of work, and then we'll get into the gym, so that'll be digested well. Finally able to have like 100 gram of oats with my oatmeals as well. I was always like 80, then 90, and now I'm finally on 100, so that's nice. We got oats, sludge. I'll just show you. So yeah, oats, sludge, raspberry, blueberry, cherry, banana. Right, we're getting ready to go to the gym. We've got pre-workout, ice cold can of Fiesta. Beautiful. Then we're doing a little apple pre-workout. It's a while now since I fucking ate, so a little bit hungry. I could eat again and then wait for the gym, but then, you know, you're pushing it out even more. So it's just no. Now, to be fair, with the session that I have today, 2 meals in probably would be a smart decision, but I want to get to the gym and get the session done because I've got shit to do this evening. So we're going to get in there. You know, say what you want, but not every day, and it pisses me off when I come out and I don't have it. I do a can of like a 0 sugar drink post workout because I just need something after the gym. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Who knows? But I'm just like, when I come out after the gym, I sip on one of these and it's just tasty. Now, sometimes it's like, these are all the Aldi knockoffs. Sometimes it's a lemon, a 0 sugar lemon, a 0 sugar orange, whatever it might be. It's just something nice to come out to. Like, I'm not in the gym thinking, oh, fucking hell, get me out to the van so I can get and drink that. But when I come out, I'm like, sip on this now on the way home from the gym. Chill. And by the time I get home from the gym, I'm ready to eat, starving, usually, unless it's legs. And then I'll eat that meal and then I can get back to work. I watch a YouTube video or something with the meal or whatever I need to do, just like fucking bit of Instagram or whatever, and then get messages out the way. So messages are out the way, back in here, then phone goes on do not disturb, and then I'll crack on with the rest of the work. Like, I was training at 9 o'clock last night, and you might have seen my story the other night when you see this video, but fucking hell, like, I dread doing those 9 o'clock sessions sometimes, because the way it works is, if Dan isn't working,
we could be doing something in the house or whatever, so I'll push session out late because then she's inside the sunbeds doing stuff. If she is working, I do my best to get to the gym early in the day, so and then when she comes home, like, we're done for the day, and then maybe we'll do something here in the house that needs to be done. But the strength is on another level, to be fair, at night time, if you do the day right leading up to it, you know what I mean? But the strength last night was one of the best sessions I've ever done. No word of a lie. The aggression that I had for every single set was unmatched to what I've ever done before. Like, no word of a lie. Like, everything was up pretty much across the board. And we just started a volume escalation block. I did do volume escalation last year. Slightly different to what we're doing now, but we just put more volume on the chest and volume on the quads to start us off. And I was saying to him, I'm already feeling battered enough as it is, but we're going to run this for 4 weeks. Probably take a deload after that then. Obviously, prep is only around the corner. Like, we need to get and bully on as much muscle as we can. Sorry, I'm looking at this apple now because I want to scran it. A cold pink lady apple out of the fridge. I'm going to get changed and we're going to head to the gym for fucking density. 10 exercises. 10 exercises we have, and it's not 10 1 or 2 set exercises. We've got, probably close to 30 sets to do today. Fuck me. Right. Absolutely unmatched fruit. Kiwis also. Kiwis with the skin on. Lad. A little bit of Monster. It's the little things. It's the little things. We're well ahead. We've been up since before 5 o'clock. Get to the gym. Get that session out of the way. Usually I'm pretty fucked up after this session, but the work that I have to do this evening doesn't involve too much the brain activity, I suppose. I don't have to be, use my words too much, you could say. Okay, people, we are in for density. We're straight on to the adductor. Adductor is definitely a big area, that I can bring up over the next couple of months now to really improve the way the legs will look on stage. The legs are the weakest area for me. Adductors make up 30% of your leg, and it's definitely an area that can close the gap and make the legs look bigger on stage, alongside obviously the improvements that I can bring, to quads and then hamstrings as well, but definitely quads and adductors. We're using this at the very start of the session to open up the hips and, really get me primed to go in and pull for that stiff leg that's coming up. It's a massive movement, and again, it's psychological as well. I need to know in my head that I'm actually ready to go. So 3 sets here, and then we're into our line leg curl. Again here, I definitely think, on the line leg curl, 1, it's really good for obviously getting me ready. The stiff leg, there's going to be a bit of hamstring inside there. 2, it's going to warm up my knees and get me ready for this. Actually, this session does have a leg extension now added into it as well. So when we're on the leg extension, the knees I like to have warm first. I know I'm doing leg extensions before other quad movements as well to get the quads primed, but hamstrings first will always be the case when I'm inside the gym. I know a lot of us would have before gone in straight away and gone to a squat, especially for leg day, which this isn't a leg day, but just for argument's sake, I would always put these movements at the very start of your session. These smaller movements that are, going to isolate the muscle and, really get you warm and ready for the bigger movements that you're going to go into. We're moving then into the stiff leg. Straight in, no messing around here, lad. I'm on 4.5 plates per side at the minute, and I'm stuck there. I actually am stuck there. The amount that this takes out of me, and how anxious I get for this set. And it's 1 set per week, which is absolutely mad. But it's so demanding, incredibly demanding. And I'm stubborn at 4.5 plates at the minute. I know going back into next week's session, I will take this for an extra rep. I know I will. And it's just going to be a case of fighting that for the next couple of weeks. When I got this movement put in my program, I was thinking, we're going to run this up. We're going to get 5.5 plates really quick but it's something you really underestimate. You know, it really is tough to really, you know, add weight there or add reps on a weekly basis with the problem with it. And a lot of people are telling me to use a belt, but I'm kind of stubborn and not using a belt. Anyway, we're into single leg press next. Again, this is tough. Single leg press is a lot harder than our double leg press, basically. You know, it's especially when you've got one leg that's weaker than the other and you're trying to fight and keep up. You know, like you're seeing my right leg here, which is my stronger leg. We're using 2.5 plates here, 225s basically. But this really takes it out of me, you know, going straight into this after a stiff leg. I definitely do take, you know, five plus minutes there between the two exercises to just sort my head out, because we have a full back session to go into after this, you know. Then we are into a D-handle row. Okay, this is my favorite row, a single arm D-handle row on the cable stack. You can do this in any gym as well, you know, and it's just the way it feels, the way you can hit the lat here is just unreal. You know, you can really stretch it there as far as you want, you know, and you can, you know, get that muscle as short as you want as well. Just thinking here, using that wrist, you know, and your hand as just a hook, and thinking about pulling with the elbow. You know, we're pulling that elbow back down into our back pocket. That's all we're thinking about here. Side pocket, whatever you want to say, you know, and just squeezing back there, getting the muscle short and then stretching. Now, this session was actually mixed around a small little bit, like leg extension should have been done back in and around the leg press, but someone was on it and I wasn't waiting around. So we went straight in and just did one exercise on back first, but then we were in for leg extension. And again, leg extensions, they have improved. Like this was one exercise that, again, it still probably is my least favorite exercise in the gym, just from the way it makes me feel, but it is a big leg builder. You know, it is a big leg builder. It's the one area you can get the quad fully short, you know, fully stretched there. At the top, you know, you can fully lock out your legs without obviously, you know, injuring yourself. But 3 sets here, it fucks me up before we move into our D-handle pull down. Now, this is meant to be a dual D-handle pull down. Sometimes I'll just use, you know, that attachment there that you're seeing there, and it actually feels really good. So we've 2 sets here. Back is like my strongest area, to be fair. You know, it's the area that we have the least amount of volume on every week. Just enough for us to continue growing. Obviously, I want to have a really strong back shot next year, you know, but it's the one area that we can put a little bit less volume on and focus on the other body parts. So again, we're just using this session mainly as most of my back volume for the week. Following that, we are into upper back pull down. So you'll see the difference here. I'm really leaning back, you know, with the D-handle pull down. We're focusing on driving elbows down. Here, we're focusing on leaning back a lot further and pulling back, you know, and a lot higher. So the elbow pad is obviously up a lot higher on our torso there. Couple sets here, and I know you'll start to see, you know, form not slip, but I'm getting a bit looser with it here. And, you know, this is the last back exercise of the session. I'm really just in here. I'm feeling it, and I'm absolutely, you know, I'm ripping it here. I'm ripping it. After this, we did have a couple of exercises for arms, but I just left them off for recording, because in that dumbbell section, you know, I don't want to be putting the camera out in and around loads of people, because it's always very busy. And then I did a set of abs at the very end as well. That's the session as a whole. Hope you enjoyed it. We will get more in depth as we go along, and I get better at doing them. We're back from the gym. I hope you enjoyed that voiceover. I think that's the first time I've ever done a voiceover of a session. And you know what? Recording the session wasn't even that bad. I did do it on my phone, so I appreciate the quality. Mightn't be as it would be on here on the camera, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Baby steps. My brain capacity after that is gone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was on the way out in the car, like, and it was really slow because there was a bit of traffic. Trucks are mad on that road. And fuck me, lad. I'm absolutely battered. That is a tick on the hardest session, more than likely, of the week. Between last night and today, Jesus, like last night was the hardest session, one of the hardest sessions I've ever put down, I would think. And today is just, it's just a different story, man. Do you know what I mean? But it was a really good session and numbers were ticked off. The stiff leg deadlift, I'm just stuck on. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, enjoyed my Coke Zero on the way out. And now we're going to get some food because I am absolutely starving. Whatever you're up to, I hope you're having a good day. I hope times are good. And if you are struggling with, being stuck into it at the moment, never be afraid to reach out and have a chat about it, because, it's not long ago that I was very not in it as I am now. Sorry, my words are going to be bad, and I was looking at, the position I'm in now. I was, looking at that and thinking, how am I going to get there, and how did I get out of it? And I know I've said it multiple times, but I truly think I will never be back in that kind of a position again. And it does take work, but the sooner you get on it and the sooner you start, working on it, the sooner you'll get there. The sooner you will get there. Get naked, lad. She'll kill me because she'll probably say it's dirty, but she won't even watch this. Remember I showed this? She will kill me. Remember I showed this bathroom a couple of weeks ago? Well, here we are now. Here we are, lad. It was a long time coming. And look, I even managed to get this mirror up on the porcelain tile. Porcelain? Yeah, I think they're porcelain. Like a very hard tile anyway. I even managed to drill in there and get that mirror hung. Alright, man. I'd be just chatting away to Chief outside. Because I did the fencing around the house. Chief has full run of the place now when I'm here. And it's nice. It's nice for him. It was that was well overdue as well. And that's my little man. I was just out with him there for a run. Oats are going in. We'll go heavy on the food in the next video. We'll go in depth. Everything that I'm doing with nutrition. I'm on 500 gram of carb now. I'm excited about my food all the time. I'm excited to make a full day of eating as well. But cereal is yet to come in, and it could be a while before, who knows? Cereal will come in at some point. It will. I know for a fact it probably will. Food probably will build up to that point. But for now, the time being, oats pre-workout and oats post-workout most of the time. Well, I was kind of thinking of doing turkey burgers and rice post-workout, but I'm going to have 2 meals of that for the rest of the day. 2 turkey burger meals, 1 mince meal, and then just sourdough meal tonight. I shouldn't be saying too much because you'll have to wait for the full day of eating, but sourdough, lad. Now, I only just had my first bit of sourdough. Actually, I had it in Manchester, but I got sourdough in the shop when we came home and did a food shop. 60 cal bread can fucking suck it. Oh, he's only a baby. He's only a baby, isn't he? I know, lad, my legs are fucking small looking there. Oh, he's only a baby. You're a good boy, aren't you, lad? Guilty again. It wouldn't be the first time. It's the next day. It's just after 9 o'clock, 20 past 9. And we've been up since 5:30 this morning. Yesterday it was 5:45 for whatever reason. No alarm. This morning it was 5:30. Working through a module on J3U, which is the course I'm doing at the moment. If you know, you know. It's probably going to take me a while, but I'm going to get a lot of that done before the end of the year. I am. Anyway, we have a content shoot at 12:30 in the lab in Newcastle. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the overview of the training. Today's a rest day. I'm absolutely battered after the last 2 days of training. But 20 minutes cardio wrapped up. We've got a couple more cardio sessions, rest of training for the rest of the week. And then we have PCA on Saturday, so we will take you along for that more than likely as well, either myself or Keen. Catch you for a full day of eating. A full day of eating. I love a full day of eating. Who doesn't love a full day of eating?